Hi, are you thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area? And you'd like to know where to go, what city? Hey, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all the statistics about the DFW area for November of 2024. And at the end, I'm going to share with you a really fun story. So stay tuned till then. Hi, everybody. Guess what? It's time for the market report for November of this year. So that's November of 2024. The stacks just came in. It's the middle of the month. And I want to share with you what is the market doing? What have we seen? What are we thinking right now? So I've had a lot of people ask me, when is the right time to sell? When's the right time to buy? I can tell you right now, we're in the middle of December. Interest rate is about 6.6 to 6.7 right now here in the month of December, middle part of it. So it may decrease here shortly, some, hopefully. And then it also could remain constant. It's kind of been there 6.6 to 7. In September, it got down to 6, but then in October, it just gradually kept on rising. And then now we're at 6.6, pretty, right there. So, and that fluctuates just slightly every day. So that is something to know about the interest rate. Okay, so here we have the DFW Metroplex for November of 2024. And what we're going to see here is, of course, the DFW Metroplex is huge, y'all. So our average price, and this is for everywhere, 395,000. That's an increase of 1.3% from this time in November last year. Percentage of active listings has increased by 32%. So in the DFW area, there are 28,000, almost 29,000 active listings right now. And then we've seen an increase in sales from this time of last year, and it went up 14%, which is 6,800 houses more than was in November of 2023. Days on market right now is 90 total. So that's not a bad number, really. So they were listed on the market 57 days before they got a contract, then 33 days to closing. That's a pretty good number. So maybe 2 months on the market and then 1 month in contract. And so that is just an average. It is more days than it was in 2023, but I don't think 90 is crazy. But when you are selling a house or looking to buy a house, think of that in your numbers. Like, I know it's going to take me at least 3 months to find a house. I know it's going to take me at least 3 months to sell a house. And if you do it sooner, I promise you'll be happier. You'll still be happy if you're a seller on the market and you get your house sold before 90 days is up. Most people really like that. So there is a 3.8 month inventory throughout the DFW Metroplex, and that is an increase from last year. Balanced market is 6 months. So I would say 5 to 7 months is like when we see like a balanced market for buyers and sellers. All right, so here is Dallas County specifically, not the DFW area. And what we see here is the median sales price is $360,000. It's a decrease of 2% since this time last year. And active listings is up 39%. So that's quite a bit more than this time last year. And that is what we are seeing. Houses are sitting on the market a little longer than they had been. And prices are remaining pretty neutral. So kind of same. And not really, people aren't going down a whole lot in price. And nor are they, nor are prices increasing a whole lot. Then we have 6% more closed listings this year, and for a total of 3.9 months inventory in Dallas County. And then, so days on market in Dallas County is a little bit less than the DFW average, which is 78 days, which is 9 more days than this time last year for the same month of November. Okay, now I'll show you Tarrant County. Okay, so here we have Tarrant County, And of course, Tarrant County is to the west of Dallas County. I don't know if you remember when you liked and subscribed to my channel, but I told you all about the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So if you put your hand in the triangle, like the right side would be Dallas, the left side here is Fort Worth, and then in between we have the other cities, everything in the middle. But Argyle, Arlington is right here where the thumbs meet, and then Denton is up here where the fingers meet. So think of the DFW Metroplex almost like a diamond, and not a diamond, actually. Think of the DFW Metroplex like a triangle, and that'll give you an idea, to where things are when you are looking. So here is all the information for Tarrant County. The median price is $355,000, almost $356,000. That is 3% more than at this time last year. That is a very neutral to just small increase in value since last year. And that's what we like to see. We like it to grow, but not grow. And we don't want to have huge jumps because that makes the market have some volatility. We are seeing an 11% increase in sales from this time of last year in Tarrant County, 25% more listings than in this time of last year. So that is just, really on track for how the market is. There's a little less inventory in the Tarrant County area. It's only 3.5 months. So that is still more than it was last year at that time. And days on market. So you're seeing about 53 days on market, 31 days to close for an average of 84 days. So that's just a little less than the DFW market is. Let me show you Collin County. Then here is Collin County. We have $480,000 is the median price right now. It is a 1% increase from this time last year, 49% more active listings, and 22% more closings in November of this year than last year. There's only 3.5 months of inventory in Collin County. Again, you've got Frisco, Prosper, a lot of those areas, Plano in the Collin County area. So there is a lot of growth going on out there. Average days on the market is 87 days on the market. I do believe that we are going to see listings, we're going to see a higher percentage of listing numbers. So be on the lookout for that. And let me show you Denton County. Okay, so here is the Denton County report. And what we're seeing is a 2.5% increase from this time last year for an average sales price of $460,000. And it is 37% higher in listings, which that is really trending throughout the counties, all of the DFW area, that there is an increase in listings from the same time last year. We had 12.5% more sales in Denton County than this time last year. And months of inventory is 3.4. So really north of Dallas and Fort Worth is Denton County and Collin County, and that's where you're seeing the inventory time be a little bit less than what you're seeing in Dallas proper or Fort Worth proper areas. The days on market for Denton County is 93, which is slightly higher than the average, but again, you still have 2 months on the market and then another month to close. So an average of 90-ish days to get from listing to closing. And of course, there is no crystal ball, and you just have to try to have all those factors right when you are selling to have your home ready for that new buyer. Okay, now I'm going to show you Denton. Denton is the main or the hub of Denton County and the county seat, some people call it. So the average price in Denton in November was $399,500. So I think we could almost say about $400,000. That's 1.8% more than this time last year. And you can see it's 15% more listings than was this time last year. So I think in general, we are not seeing as many closings as what in accordance to what went on last year. And there are 12% more sales, 2.9 months of inventory. So houses are not staying on the market a really long time, 89 days on average from sale to close. And average price point in the Denton area, where most of the houses are sold, is $300,000 to $500,000. That makes up 60% of the Denton market. So there's that one. Now I want to show you Frisco, so hold on. Okay, so here is Frisco. Frisco's average price is a little bit higher, $724,000, almost $725,000. That is 17% more than it was at this time last year. So we are seeing a big number in Frisco. Frisco is growing. So I think that's why we're seeing like more of a demand there. It is 56%, almost 57% more active listings this year than this time last year, and 25% more closings than this time last year. Just a little over 3 months, 3 weeks inventory, which is still a seller's market. And then the average days on market is 95, which is higher than the whole DFW area. However, their price per home sold is quite a bit higher as well. I want to show you one more, which is Argyle, which is a kind of a suburb, if you will, of Denton, but it's just west of Denton, southwest of Denton, and then just north of Fort Worth. So let me show you that one. Okay, so this is Argyle. The average in Argyle sales price is $590,000, and that's a 17% decrease. So we're seeing all kinds of things go on in these other little cities, right? So that's what makes up that whole DFW report. And I think in Argyle, you're going to find bigger lots, maybe acreage or whatever, that kind of thing. Not always, but you could get some there if you wanted something like that. 38% down in listings this time from this time last year. So now Argyle is a much smaller community than the other two I just looked at, but I always like to kind of see what's going on in Argyle. There is 80% more closed sales than this time last year, and it's only 2 months of inventory in Argyle. There are master plan communities in Argyle. There's big ranches in Argyle, so you get a little bit of everything. And total on the market of days is 96 days on market. The average price point in Argyle, let me see here, is typically, wow, this one's real easy, $400,000 to $750,000. There's an about almost 6% over $750,000, but your majority of your properties are going to be between $400,000 and $750,000. So that's really good to know. I have one more report I'd like to show you. It is area hotness, which I thought was hilarious. So I want to share that one with you. So this is really funny. How do you know your area is hot? This is what I wanted to share with you. So this is going to tell you if your county is the hot one or your city is the hot one. Okay, so we get that information from Texas A&M University. They do a Texas Real Estate Research Center report. So I want to tell you about this homes ranked by hotness. So this is actually the cities rated by hotness. So really it just means that particular smaller city is hot. Like that's where homes are going right now. So right now, the one at the top of this list is Seagoville, and their hotness was 65.7% with 23 pending sales, 20 sales, 93.6% of what they asked for in their home price is what they got. So if it was like $100, then you would pay 93.6 for it. And those houses are going 40 days on market. Active listings in Seagoville is 35 months of inventory, 2.5. Now it's real interesting to scroll down and look at this because these areas of hotness are all around, right? So Euless, Krugerville is up by Prosper and Frisco, sort of just to the east of Denton. And then Trophy Club is down by Southlake. Then there is Watauga, which is also, down close to Trophy Club. And Crum is north of Denton. And they're having some hotness things going on. Highland Village is just south of Lake Louisville, north of Louisville itself, south of Denton and the Lake Cities area. And they're about 39.4 ratio on that hotness scale, right? And they have 13 in contract right now, 10 sold. So these are just little towns within the DFW area. Another big one is Keller, 37.1%, and they have 95% listing to ratio. Another good one is Grapevine, which is just north of DFW Airport, which is a great area. 32 ratio number in their hotness, and they have a lot of houses that are like throughout the whole Metroplex that you'll see these ratios, list price to what they sold. They're selling for higher than 90% on all of these houses, all of these cities. So that's really good for, the sellers in the city and good for resale values in general. And then if I just look down even further, I'm just glancing at all of them, and they are all 90% or more in the resale. Flower Mound here, which is one of my favorite little cities, 97% on that, and 2.6 months of inventory. So they are 28 in that hotness scale. There is other cities here. Benbrook, that's an area I actually grew up in, which is West Fort Worth, 25% on that, 25 on that hotness ratio, and 94% list to what you get for it on average, right? So you can look through this whole report and see all these different cities. Fort Worth itself sold 700 homes, 700 pending homes last month, and then 765 sold, and there are 2,800 active listings in Fort Worth and 3.5 months inventory. So that's kind of real consistently what we're seeing throughout the DFW area. One of the higher with the days on market I'm seeing is this Denison and Greenville. These are northeastern cities just outside like 75 Central from Dallas. And so these are those cities. So you just see quite a bit of everything. If I went back here and I looked, what is Dallas or Southlake? How about Southlake? Southlake is 26.8 on the hotness ratio, selling at 93.6% of what it was listed for to what you get, to what they get. They've got, several, they only have 2.7 months of inventory in Southlake. So it's real interesting to see all the different little city areas and what's going on there. So hopefully that's helpful for you. And if you would like a copy of this report, please comment below. I'd be happy to send it to you, and you can see what cities are hot and not. These are the hot or not cities. So stay tuned for more. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and I would love to share with you my real estate knowledge and see how I can help you. Talk to you soon.